I know a lot of you have been wondering, what does glory mean by I fell in love with a dog? Guys, it's real. You see that tiny pup that has been featuring on my videos for the past few days? That's Royce, aka Kayla. I'll tell you all the stories behind it. But guys, to be honest, I have not been myself since yesterday. And the reason for that is because Royce is no longer here. She went back to my friend's house. I remember announcing to everyone the day I featured her on my channel that, hey, I have this little pup that's going to be with me for a couple of weeks, courtesy of my friend. And guys, I never knew how attached I could get to another entity. Gosh. To be honest, guys, it's still unreal. It's still very, very unbelievable. I've not been myself. So 2 weekends ago, I remember telling you guys I was going to do a YouTube live stream on my channel as usual, because we do YouTube live streams here every Saturday by 3 p.m. West African time. I'm sorry guys that it has not happened for the past 2 Saturdays. A lot has been going on. So that 2 Saturdays ago, I went for my friend's birthday party. It was supposed to be like a birthday lunch, but people came late. I remember telling you guys that I was going to do my live stream during the lunch, you know, just share the experience with every one of you. But unfortunately, this is Nigeria, so people turn out late. When you tell people you're having a party for like 1 p.m, people show up by 5 p.m, 6 p.m, because in their minds, it's supposed to be like a late night thing. So people came late. And I couldn't film at night because I didn't carry my lighting equipment or anything. I wasn't even prepared for that. For me, it was going to be like an afternoon affair. Whilst at the party, my friend, she has a small dog already. And then there was this other tiny one that looked so fragile. Oh God, it looked so fragile, guys. I mean, she was so fragile and needy. She needed someone to cuddle her. She needed someone to smoothen her furs, you know. So everybody at the party just kept on carrying her, and I was longing for her, but I was just trying to control myself because I know myself, I can literally suffocate something or anybody with love and affection. So I was just controlling myself. Later on, after the party, people had left. My friend was telling me that this dog is too tiny, this dog is too fragile. She's an air hostess and she's always busy with flights, traveling here and there. So she was like, she really needs someone to take care of this dog for at least 3 weeks. So in my mind, I was like, I'm that person. Pick me, pick me. So now I told her that, well, I could do it for you. I could take care of the dog. I mean, I live alone and I have space. I can take care of the dog. And she was like, well, I have to be on the queue because there's quite a lot of people that actually want to take care of the dog for her as well. Apparently, she had put out word to our other friends that she's got this little pup who is not even up to 7 weeks old. I mean, this dog is so fragile. This dog looked like she was like probably 5 weeks old, very, very tiny. And the funny thing is she couldn't even stand. Her legs were still weak and trembling, you know. So at the end of the night, my friend was like, okay, you are the person I believe can actually take care of this dog. Yes. So she gave me the dog. I brought the pup back to my apartment. It was from that night that my love affair with Royce started. I keep on switching between he, she, because we discovered much later that Royce is not actually a male dog or a male pup, that it's actually a she, and it was just really surprising. So the deal is, this is the first time of me having a pup all to myself, but this is not the first time of me actually having a dog, because growing up as a child, I had 6 other siblings then, plus me, we were 7 children to my parents. So my dad had bought us a small puppy. His name was Bingo. I don't know, Bingo was the reigning name as at that time in the 90s for anybody that had a dog. So Bingo was everybody's pup. Even all the rest of the children in the compound where I grew up, they all loved Bingo. So Bingo wasn't particularly like my own personal dog. And then something sad happened. Bingo got missing on Christmas Eve, you know, so that made everybody sad. But I had gotten over that one because it was still like late childhood memories. So I can't really even remember, but I can clearly remember what Bingo looked like. And so when Royce came into my life, we started this love relationship. Like, she was so dependent on me. I was literally carrying her all the time. And guys, I don't know, I am such a very, very caring person. I mean, if I could carry every human being in the world in my arms and rock them to sleep, you know, and make sure that they are safe, I could literally do that, because that is how soft I am. I'm an extreme softie. So Royce was sleeping with me on the bed, and that was because I wanted her to be very, very close to me, you know. And then even when I discovered that she was actually female, I had to change her name to Kayla, which I love very much. Now, my friend had told me that when she was with them, she wasn't eating very much, and she spent only 2 days with my friend. So I was kind of like her first contact, you know, into maturity. And so Kayla was in my house for 12 days. Yesterday made it 12 days. And in a space of 5 days, I watched this pup grow. Her confidence, you know, in standing on her own. Remember when I brought her to my house, she couldn't stand, her legs were trembling, and then she would buckle over and then she would sit down again on the floor. You know, she was always looking for somewhere to hide. But I encouraged her to move around the house, because my friend actually gave me a small basket for her that, oh, I should always put her in the basket, you know, just let her stay there and chill. But I'm not a believer of, you know, caging people, you know, because I myself, I know how I got my freedom to living alone. So I love seeing people being free, being very, very expressive. And so I would allow her run around the house. I never ever for once put her in a basket until 2 nights ago, when she started being very, very overactive and overly hyper, you know. So I never put her inside the basket. I let her go around the house. And one thing I love about Kayla, guys, she never peed on the bed. She never peed on my floor mat. She never peed on the couch, because I would put her on the couch, you know, and she would crawl behind the pillows just to find warmth. She was, whenever she wanted to pee or do a number 2, you see her start whining or dragging my shirt or my clothes, and then I'll put her on the floor, and then she will run off somewhere to go and pee. But I mean, guys, Kayla is so smart. Kayla is like the smartest pup you'll ever be with. She did not, okay, let me not say she did not stress me, because Kayla, she had a routine. She would wake up very, very early. She was like my alarm clock. My alarm clock would wake me up by 7 a.m. but Kayla would wake me up by any time she liked. She would wake me up by 12 midnight. She would wake me up by 2. She was literally waking up like every hour, every 2 hours, and I had to feed her. And she wasn't drinking water. She was taking only milk. So I was happy doing all of this, guys, to be honest. In fact, Kayla made me feel like a legit mom, and I was really enjoying giving her all that attention, because I've lived alone for quite a while now. I mean, over 3-4 years, and sometimes I long for that company, to have someone, you know, around that I can actually shower with that love and care, because I see myself as someone that actually has a lot of love and attention to give, just as I am also craving that love and attention. So having this little dependable, or should I say, yeah, having this little fragile company in my hands, I felt so fulfilled, you know, giving all that love and attention to Kayla. And she really appreciated it, because whenever she finished eating, I would clean her up, you know, rub her with some of my perfumed ointment. I just want her to smell good. Guys, I felt like I was literally taking care of a baby, you know, and I started longing to have a baby all of a sudden. To be honest, guys, this past 12 days of living with Kayla in this house as a single girl living in Nigeria, guys, it's been the happiest and most fulfilling periods of my life, or should I say moments of living alone as a single girl. And funny enough, guys, before I brought her to mine from my friend's house, I had thoughts about having a puppy of my own. My lawyer was even telling me, I think you should have a puppy. You definitely need a puppy, you know. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm so busy. Do I really have the time? But then it's funny how Kayla came into my life, and all of a sudden I had time. Even when she would wake me up at night, in the middle of the night, that she wants to pee or she wants to eat, you know, all those extra things, I didn't really mind. But sometimes when I know that, oh Glory, you have to wake up by 7 a.m. to film and do other things that you have to do, you know, go around your extra businesses. Guys, sometimes I'm like, Kayla, stop stressing me out. But I was enjoying it. You know, it made me feel like I was just a model, literally. And then there was a time when she started having her teeth. Now, when I picked her up from my friend, she actually had just like 1 or 2 tooths trying to grow out, and then every time you see her trying to, you know, chew on my hand, and it wasn't even a painful bite, but because she wasn't taking water, she was taking only milk, and of course I had canned dog food, which was chicken, turkey, and sausages with veggies. Guys, this dog started growing, like you cannot compare the Kayla of before to the Kayla of now. She grew very, very big. I was surprised, like, wow, you've been eating. And then she was growing chubby. When she's walking, her bum will be shifting from left and right. Guys, frankly, the reason why I am sharing all of these, I mean, I just have to reminisce on the precious moments I shared with Kayla, because yesterday when my friend called me that she wanted me to help her send Kayla back to her, she wasn't going to come pick Kayla by herself. She had to ask me to send Kayla via an Uber. Guys, I was so sad. I was so sad. I was so sad. It was as if I was going to break up with someone was going to break up with me, you know. And so for the first time, I had to put her inside the basket and put her at the back of the car. I had to follow the car to the bus stop. And then whilst I was inside the car, I was looking at her. She was looking at me. She had tears in her eyes. It was as if this dog knew that I was sending her back to her owner. Guys, this dog was literally looking into my eyes, into my soul. And I kept on telling her, I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm going to definitely come look for you again. You know, I was just trying to say a lot of words of assurances to Kayla. And Kayla kept on looking at me like, why are you letting me go? Why are you letting me go? By the time I let Kayla go, I got back home and I broke down in tears. I cried. Guys, I cried so hard as if someone literally just broke up with me. I cried so hard like I lost someone. Of course I lost someone. Kayla is like human. She's like a human baby to me. Guys, to be honest, last night in this house was the most difficult night I had spent alone, sleeping in this house as a single person, because it was so difficult to sleep alone. I am so used to Kayla sleeping on the bed, and then at night when she's cold, she's, you know, snuggles up to me and then puts her face under my chest so that I can just, you know, give her warmth. I just miss all those moments, and it's making me ask myself, Glory, are you sure you're okay? The way you are in love with this dog, like, are you sure you're okay? Anyways, guys, I know that a lot of you would have been laughing whilst watching this video. A lot of you would have been feeling emotional. A lot of you would have been asking yourself, is Glory actually serious? Yes, guys, I asked myself those questions whilst growing up. You know, there was this particular movie I watched, Free Willy. You know, the story of this dolphin and this young boy. They had this crazy bond that when something happened, the boy was literally crying over the dog and over the dolphin. And I've seen a lot of movies where people cry over their pets, or when their pets die, they throw a funeral for their pets. I've seen a lot of movies like that, and I always ask myself, what's wrong with these people? These things are just animals, you know. I never really understood the connection between an animal and a human, you know, until Kayla came to live with me, guys. And it felt like it was actually a human being that was living with me. I mean, I would talk to her because I'm used to living alone. I'm used to talking to myself. So whilst Kayla was here, I was having conversations with Kayla, and when she would be naughty to try to bite me, I'll sit her down on my laps and I'll tell her, hey, listen, we need to have a conversation. Listen to me. And she will be struggling to go like, let me out, you know. So it was quite an experience, and I'm looking forward to having my own puppy. Yes, not now, of course. I need to find closure with the fact that Kayla is not here anymore, you know, and then later I will look at getting my own puppy. Let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Do you have a pet at the moment? What is your relationship like with your pet? Have you ever had a pet in your life? It doesn't have to be a dog. It could be a cat. It could be a monkey. It could be a rabbit. It could be anything. Let me know about your connection or your relationship with your puppy. And also let me know if you can actually relate with how I'm feeling right now, guys. I'm still feeling messed up inside. I'm still looking around, you know, looking for Kayla. I'm like, hey, Kayla, where are you? But then I remember and say, oh, she's not here. So let me know about all of that in the comment section below, and let's just share our thoughts. Let's just share our experiences. Bye.